You've probably heard this argument before. Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. And you know what? That's absolutely true. But here's the thing. It's also completely irrelevant. In this episode, we're going to break down what people really mean when they say that, why it's based on outdated thinking, and how Bitcoin flips the whole idea of money on its head. When critics say something has intrinsic value, they're usually referring to things you can touch, feel, or use, like real estate you can live in, or gold used in electronics or jewelry. These are utility assets. They serve a purpose beyond just being a store of value. But guess what? Money doesn't need to be useful in any physical sense. Let's look at your bank account, those numbers on a screen. Can you use them to build a house or power a device? Of course not. What about the cash in your wallet? Can you cook with it, use it as fuel? Nope. Their only purpose is to represent value, and that's enough. Bitcoin is digital. You can't wear it or plug it into a motherboard, but that doesn't mean it's useless. In fact, that's what makes it powerful. Bitcoin's entire value comes from its ability to function as money, a way to store, protect, and transfer wealth globally without borders or banks. That's called a monetary premium, the extra value we assign to something just because we agree to use it as money. Gold has this. Fiat currencies have this. And Bitcoin is the purest form of monetary premium we've ever had. Nothing else. No distractions. Let's rewind a bit. Thousands of years ago, we used grains as money. Grains were valuable because people could eat them. That's high utility, low monetary premium. Later came gold, which didn't spoil, was rare, and easy to verify. People didn't need it to survive, but it became a store of value. Higher monetary premium, lower utility. Fast forward to today. Fiat currencies like the US dollar have zero utility. You can't use them for anything outside the financial system. Their value is 100% belief, and they're printed endlessly. Now enter Bitcoin, but with a twist. It has perfect scarcity, only 21 million coins ever. It's impossible to counterfeit. It's decentralized and borderless. So yes, it has no intrinsic use because it doesn't need one. It was designed solely to be money and nothing else. Let's imagine a world where gold is the dominant money, and suddenly a new industry needs gold for a revolutionary medical device. Now there's competition between people using gold as money and those who actually need it to save lives. What happens? Gold gets more expensive, less stable, and worse at being money. Now imagine if money had no competing uses, no demand from any sector except storing and moving value. That's Bitcoin. Its lack of utility is what makes it incredibly resistant to external shocks. It doesn't get more valuable because someone builds a gadget that needs it. It doesn't lose value because new tech makes it obsolete. It just does one job: be the best money possible. Bitcoin, Wang's trust plus scarcity plus simplicity. Bitcoin's strength lies in trust, not physical use. It's backed by code, consensus, and cryptography. Its scarcity is built-in and unchangeable, and it's not trying to be anything but money, which makes it better money than anything else that came before. It doesn't need a physical form. It doesn't need industrial use. All it needs is for people to agree that it stores value, and millions already do. So the next time someone says Bitcoin has no intrinsic value, just smile and say, exactly, that's what makes it so powerful. Because in a world where everything competes for attention, purpose, and utility, Bitcoin stands alone as pure, incorruptible money. What do you think? Does money need utility, or is belief in scarcity enough? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future episode from Crypto Clarity. See you in the next one.